Alright guys, so welcome to day 28 of our 30 days of Photoshop retouching challenge, where we get to retouch a picture every day for the next 30 days straight. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to retouch using figure separation in Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to create your figure separation adjustment layers and how you can use them to smoothen your skin and then do your retouching in Photoshop. That's basically what we're going to do today. My name is Ikodedia, by the way, and welcome to this channel. If you love videos like this or you want to learn how to retouch your images or improve on your retouching in Photoshop, then this channel is the right one for you. So kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe and don't forget to like this video as well. Let's jump right into Photoshop and start editing. So we have this image over here. So first and foremost, we're going to create the figure separation adjustment layer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make a duplicate of the background layer twice. So you're going to press and hold Ctrl and then J1 and then another one like that. So just as you can see over here, we've created one layer and another one over here. So you're going to select the lower one, double click on the name and then change this to color like this, and then we're going to come to the second layer, double click on the name once more and then change this to texture. So what we're doing now is we're creating the adjustment layers where we have the colors on a different layer and then the texture on a different layer, right? So as you can see, the texture is here and then the color is here, right? So we're going to put this in a group. So we're going to press and hold Shift and then we select the texture layer as well and then Ctrl G, and then this will be put in a group as you can see over here. So we're going to rename this group to FS, meaning figure separation, like that. Then we're going to open it up by pressing on this arrow key over here. So we're going to select the color layer now and then we're going to hide the texture layer, right? So this is step one. So we're going to come over here to filter and then we're going to come to blur, then we're going to come to Gaussian blur, and then we're going to change or keep this at 7.6. You can either move it back and forth depending on the level of blurriness that you're getting on the image, but then you are blurring it to the extent where you are not seeing so much details on the image, as you can see over here at the side, right? So this is fine. So we're going to come here and then select OK. So we're going to move to the texture layer now. So we're going to select on the texture layer like that, and then we're going to make it visible now. As you can see, our image is back to how it was, but then with the texture layer selected, we're going to come here and then come to image like this. We're going to come to applied image and then we're going to get this dialog over here. So on the layer column, we're going to select this and then change this to color like this. We're going to keep the channel at RGB and then we're going to come to the blending and change or keep this at subtract like that if it's not already on subtract. And then the opacity, you're going to keep it at 100%, and then the scale, you're going to change or keep it at 2, and then the offset at 128. Mind you, this settings is for only 8-bit images. 16-bit images have a different settings, so just to make you know, right? In the next tutorial, or I'll make a tutorial dedicated to how to create this for 16-bit images. All right, so we're gonna come here and then select OK like that. We are not done yet, so we're gonna come to the texture layer over here. So with this selected, we're gonna come to the blend mode. As you can see, our image is looking gray. That's not what we're going for, but then we're going to change it right now. So that's what we're coming to do now. So we're going to come to the texture layer and come to the blend modes and then change this to linear light like this. As you can see now, our image is back to how it was. So this is how our actual image is looking now, right? So now we've separated the textures over here on a different layer and then the colors also on a different layer. So we're going to work separately on this, right? So we're going to select the color now and then we're going to use our mixer brush to do this, right? So you're going to select the mixer brush tool like this, and then as you can see over here, we have some settings over here. That is the settings that I normally use to do this. So we're going to come here and then change. If it's on hard brush, you're going to change or keep this on soft round brush like this. The size apparently is at 150. So, and then we're gonna come here. This is the brush side, the brushes. This is the folder that has all the brushes, and you're gonna change or keep this at clean brush like this. We have these two things over here. When you select this, whenever you brush or you make any stroke over here, you're going to get a solid color, which isn't what we want. So you're going to make sure this is deselected like that. Make sure this is set to clean brush and make sure this is selected. Right. Okay, so you're going to come here to custom, and then you're just gonna keep this to custom like this. Then the width at 100, which is likely to change depending on the effect that you're gonna get in the future when you're brushing on your image. Then we're gonna come to load over here. We're gonna keep it at 48%. Then we're gonna come to the mix on 57%. We're gonna maintain this. Then we have the flow at 30%. Then this is airbrush. We're just gonna leave it, and we're gonna leave this as well. This is the smoothness. We're gonna keep it at 10%. All right. So this is what we're having. So with the color layer selected, right, and then with the mixer brush tool selected, and then with the settings already done, we're gonna proceed now and then smoothen the image. All right, if you want this created for you automatically, I have it in my digital store. The link is in the description box below. You're just gonna check it out and then download and then use it for your project. All right, so let me just increase this a little bit. Then I'm just gonna start brushing onto the image like that. So when you're brushing, if you want a consistent look, always make sure you brush within the tones of the image. If you are on, or if you're brushing on the midtones, make sure you're brushing only in the midtones. If you're brushing in the highlights, make sure you're brushing only in the highlights. So this is what we're gonna do. So just gonna go ahead and then just brush smoothly. If the effect is too much, you're just going to come here and then just change the width. You're just going to decrease the percentage over here to something more or less. But then I think with this image, the 100% is working fine for me. And then another question I mostly get from people is this, that if they should keep the texture layer on when they are doing when they are brushing or they are smoothing the skin or not. It all depends on you. Personally, I love to keep it on because I see all the details that I'm doing in the image when I'm brushing, you get. But then when it's off, you're not gonna see it. But then maybe you would have to do some settings, or you have to brush it again and again to get the preferred look that you want. But then once it's on, you're seeing everything, all the settings that you're doing, all the brushing, everything. You're seeing the results clearly, right? So it prevents you from doing double work. That's basically why I keep my texture layer on. All right, so you can also do that or not, depending on how you like it. All right, so just gonna proceed and then just brush on the skin. Always make sure you take your time when you're brushing for the best result. All right, so just gonna brush like that. Yeah, there's another thing too that you have to know. Always make sure you brush within the tones and only blend the edges. Blend the edges, as in if you're brushing in the highlights like I'm doing right now, you can just brush within it. But then when you're transitioning to, let's say, from the midtones to the highlights, we have a transition. That is what you're going to blend in. You're going to blend the transitions in. Yeah, just gonna help you get a consistent look. But then when you extend the highlight or a different tone into another one, you're changing how the image is looking. You're changing how the face or wherever you are smoothing, how it's sculpted. You're going to change how it's sculpted, which isn't a very ideal way to do it. So always mind you to maintain or keep brushing within the tones that you're brushing, and then just blend the edges in. All right, so I'm just going to speed this side up. I'm hoping you've gotten exactly what the explanation is about. So I'm going to be back when I finish doing this. All right, see you in a bit. Alright guys, so this is what we're having now. Let's check the before and after. So this is the before, this is the after. Let me zoom in. This is the before, and then this is the after. As you can see, our skin is looking very smooth. Everything is looking very fine. So we're gonna come to the texture layer. We're gonna select the spot healing brush tool. Then we're gonna zoom in and then just dab onto some of the imperfections on the skin, that is the pimples on her skin, just to remove them. So we're just gonna dab or just brush on it like that to remove anything you don't like on the image. So as you can see right here, removing some of the textures from her face. Come here, just brush to remove. Alright guys, so this is what we have, and so this is basically how to use the fragrance separation to get smooth skin, how to create a fragrance separation adjustment layers, and then how to also use the fragrance separation and then the brush tools, as in the mixer brush tools, and then the settings to use to get all the effects that you like. If you want to learn more about this, just check out other videos on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and then thank you so much for your time. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.